I wouldn't say I started it, but I started doing it a bit more than like major
No. You got
popularity.
no,
That
no. You
thing.
got to inflate it right now. Just start flexing hard. Yeah. I start. That's where it began, right? Like, I'll never forget. Cool out. Like, I'm gonna accuse Liz here. He always reminds me of how he was the OG Meepo player. He was doing it before it was cool.
All right.
I'm
Yeah. No,
like, I'm like,
I don't.
oh,
I
you're
don't
not
think
there
I
yet
have you
though.
like that.
That's
No.
the reason, right, Peksu? Is like if
Yeah.
you were fully in the casting, like the
Hmm.
thing that I say when I say that is now I can say Liz is a washed up player, right?
Yeah. That's
Because he
true.
because
Oh
he
boy.
because he, he talks about the good days. I mean, don't get me wrong, Liz is very capable still, right? But
Hmm.
you save that kind of I've done that for when you're done being a player, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Like no one else will be able to match Carl's ferocity in dropping Yule's scepters in important matches, right? Like he's got that. That's
Yeah.
no other
That's
player.
his thing.
Hmm,
That's his thing.
exactly.
Everyone knows that.
Not many players would dare to drop their items at TI. Okay, because sometimes something gets a little stuck in your throat, and that
Yep.
that thing happens. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, but
All
back to the
right.
game. This
Back to
is.
game.
It's late. You got to keep it. You got to keep it fresh. In
Yeah.
5 minutes
Yeah.
doing that, they have been running a decent amount of this Wind Ranger though.
Yeah. I haven't been watching them too much in this tournament. I watched them a lot when they played in the Omega League. Back then they had this Spectre thing that they really like to do. Spectre, they were literally playing Spectre every game they had the chance. Now they have also Magnus was something popular, but they switched around a little bit. I watched them a little bit, so they have like added some new things to their like hero pools and hero what they like to draft. So definitely something different from them that I have used to seeing. But so far the draft is kind of like it's a bit like I don't know what to say about it. This draft is just like there's like all sorts of heroes in a way. Like you have the Stroll
Mhm.
is good against Beastmaster. Then you have Wind Ranger, Pugna, Tiny, and I'm trying to think like what is their game plan in this game so far. So it's like match the Stroll against Anti-Mage in a farm way. You want to play fast, you want to take objectives, or just kind of like I don't really see these 5-man heroes getting together that well right now. When I look at Khan heroes, I feel like they already have 3 heroes that work really well together. Anti-Mage, um, obviously it's gonna be more needing more time, but I think they so far Khan heroes work really well together, and they can like make plays a lot. When I think 5-man is they have like these individual heroes that can do plays, but it's like they don't really have the same thing as Khan has, kind of going for them.
It's kind of funny and fitting that two of the five
Hmm.
men members have OG in their tag still, because like the way you just described it, like this is kind of the way the analysts always describe OG's drafts, right? It's like
Hmm.
there are these heroes that like you can't see it, and then you get in the game, and the way they play it, they just make sense of what most teams would look at and go, I don't know what we're meant to do with these heroes.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit like that, I guess. I mean, sometimes drafts like that happen, but right now, like I look at their heroes, I'm like trying to think like one thing good going for them is that I don't know what the heroes are gonna be so far. So probably the enemy team also has like not 100% sure idea what is like. I mean, probably troll is carry. That's probably it, but everything else can still be almost anything. So they're not showing anything yet. So they're gonna have this last pick here for them. I mean, second last pick, and now it's gonna be like they decide what they want to do with their heroes. Go for
Okay.
Legion Commander.
Yeah, so Xibe,
So
Legion, Troll, that's going to be Ace's
yeah.
hero, and then it's just a question of which one of these heroes would you like to be your mid?
So I would say Legion Commander is probably offlane, most
Hmm.
likely, with Wind Ranger probably being there 4. I mean actually no. They're gonna keep this Wind Ranger parking the tiny
That's what I
open
mean. It's
for
so
the last pick.
flexible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, if you think about how these heroes function in the lane, there is no hero that counters all three of these heroes for Khan to pick.
No. No. That's the good thing about their draft. That profit. So now they're probably gonna put Pugna or Wind Ranger mid. I would say probably Wind Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
No?
no.
No?
They're like, shut up, Peksu. Chelsea's like, you ain't my captain anymore.
True.
Misery
I'm
says I
surprised.
play Tiny Smash.
I'm just surprised Jesse says that he wants to play Tiny in that matchup. That's what I'm not used to seeing. Like, I mean, I know he's a good Tiny, but I'm like, often I think he doesn't like to pick Tiny into heroes that were somewhat considered a counter matchup for him. But I'm sure he can do fine. At least this thing with Missouri playing Windranger is gonna give Xibe a better lane. Because now if Xibe was playing LC Tiny lane, I think the anti-mage would have a free time. Now that you play this Windranger LC lane, you should have a pretty good lane against the AM because you can kind of just hit him in the face with if you want to go like a Blightstone for example.
That's true,
So
and put Xibe ahead in this game is a good idea because something we didn't get into too much is these are really good Legion Commander game, right?
yeah, it's a good Legion Commander game. There is a Shadow Demon which is pretty nice. The save, especially when you're 4, so you're gonna get items. But outside of that, it is a pretty good LC game. So yeah.
We'll see if it's good enough. I mean, I think the thing that's like the obvious one is really good against the Beastmaster as well. But I guess the less obvious one that you kind of don't think of in the moment is anti-mage. You can just duel him. There's
Yeah.
like there is literally no escape from a Legion on top of you. You can't be very quirky with your counter spell play.
Mm-hmm.
See if it's good enough though.
Think so.
Doesn't look like too like anything too out of the ordinary with the lanes. It doesn't look like they're trying to dodge for maybe a decent matchup.
Not really. Doesn't look like that. I think both teams kind of want the standard lanes. I don't think there's any tri-lane action needed. Because I don't think LC, for example, will do too good against Beastmaster 1v1. And the tri-lane options are not the greatest either. Both teams don't have the best tri-lanes. So probably just two lanes are fine. I think Naive is gonna be fine against this LC lane. I would say it's LC favorite lane, but I still think AM Snapfire should do fine.
Yeah. Do you think Sibe is going to try and play the more aggressive build around overwhelming odds? Just try and actually like apply some pressure? Or do you think it's just kind of submit your mana pool is going to be gone and max out your passive?
Hard to say. Not the LC specialist myself, so I think he could bring Mangoes maybe, and playing that with the overwhelming odds.
Or Soul Ring as well, right? Like Soul Ring
Yeah.
less
So
costly now.
yeah, I just think the one thing that doesn't feel the best about the maxing your passive is that like your other spells are so good as well for the game later on anyway. So if you max your passive, your other spells are gonna be delayed because you like to have the nuke for overall pushing the waves and you like in team fights, and then you like to have press the attack obviously also skilled up because there's just the regen and the cooldown going down as well as static speed. So that's what I think. I think like if he's gonna go for the passive route, I think he's gonna leave it to like 2 or 3 points. I don't think he's gonna max it at least.
Yeah, I think like the days of that happening are gone, right? Like, there was a point where Legion was kind of dominant in the off lane and would win every melee matchup because you just max your passive and click through the wave like a madman.
Yeah. Yeah. Mid lane, I think Jesse should do fine for some time, but I think once the lane keeps going, I think Death Prophet should kind of take like advantage because the Spirit Siphon just feels really good against these high HP heroes. So the harassment coming out of that spell. For the few levels, it's gonna be fine. I don't think Tiny's gonna lose this lane like hard, but I think he's gonna need to send a regional on this lane eventually.
And it's not like you can easily get the DP off you, right? Like you think about, oh, the
Yeah.
toss away. Yeah, but like you have to get close enough. This is a
Yeah.
ranged hero, and where are you going to toss her? Whoop!
Yep.
There's the cheeky play. See it
He
so
threw
often.
the 3-grab, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So dumb that works.
It's very interesting.
Definitely a peculiar one. Meanwhile, bot, we are seeing the troll more or less uncontested. I feel like this is partially Beast. You don't really kick up until 3, but even then, you have to worry about the mischance of the troll, right?
Yep. I mean, Troll is gonna have a good time in this lane. It's just not much Beastmaster lanes can do against Troll if you play the lane correct. So first few levels Troll is just so strong, and later on you get some points on your rolling access, and you can't really ever go on the Troll because he would just turn around. So
Also, I love the simplicity of Pylai Dice build.
Yeah. Overall, people have started doing way more of this branch build. Like people are skilling, especially these EU teams. I don't know why it's just like that,
Ooh.
but I think oh they're going really aggressive here.
Yeah, they want this. They're going to force the disruption out. Paladin's sidestep. They never blast out to bring him low, and Ace gets the kill.
Oh, they're playing really like really aggressive here. Pilot died though. Nah, he's gonna be fine.
No, there's no way
Yeah.
if you try and play up into that, Ace is going to beat your face in.
Yeah. About the top lane. Top lane going pretty well for Fireman. Hard to say this. Hard to say because they have a Cloud9, OGC, tags on their name. I'm
Pycat's
like,
complain about the same goddamn thing. He's like, so I want to say C9, but I know it's not C9.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know why. It's just this thing with the Dota thing that you have to like register your team to do that thing that you can see the nameplates, but it's like something with that. It's like it doesn't work. So we have some like Cloud9 OGC, and I'm like, oh, they're 5 men actually. So never mind. They're neither of those two.
Yeah. I mean, the weird one is you weren't thrown off at all by GPK earlier today.
Yeah. I was about to do it a few times, but I realized myself, so I didn't do it. I was about to say Gambit a few times, but
like lol, Gambit isn't a team.
Yeah. Knife is getting some good harassment on this lane. Yeah, he's not gonna enjoy this too much, but he's sending more region. He needs to send more region on this lane. How it feels. Raindrops also coming for him.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for the double ring of regen start.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising as well. I've seen more people doing it. I just hope he doesn't do the Mask of Madness build. I'm still like, I still don't think that, like, I have seen people do Mask of Madness AM nowadays on pubs, and there's a build that I don't agree with. That is a build. Like, I don't think there's any reason for you to do a Mask of Madness in AM.
Are you sure you haven't clicked into these games and it turns out they've got an Uv and are the POS 4? Even then, I'm not sure if I'd agree with the Mask of Madness anti-mage build.
I've seen it in just in pubs a lot recently. More AMs doing it. I just don't see why would people do it. I feel like it makes it really bad. But yeah, 5 men off to a good start on lanes. They're kind of winning 2 lanes out of 3. Mid lane being going even, so that's good for them as well.
Jesse I get better for Jesse as well.
Yeah, he's about to steal the rune.
Oh, Gilgit. He gets it. It's going to cost him, though. I think he knows that because there's probably been a missing call about mid.
Yeah.
Avalanche in and clunk him down. He's trying for the deny, but Chessie has enough attack speed.
He didn't get the rune now. He left the rune there still, so.
Yeah, but look, look at DP. He just goes and takes his instead.
Yeah, but the Jesse didn't get the rune. Like, he was walking up to that rune and then he didn't get it. So
yeah,
now...
I know. That's what I mean. Like, the DP went for his rune as well, right? It's just like, okay, good trade for Khan.
Yeah. So now Jesse thinks that there's no rune there. There is a rune there and he can get it later maybe, but
also now
never mind.
Trouble. T-bait. They're trying to body block him in here. The problem is that J4 used the cookie to get AM away. It feels like there's a little bit of miscommunication there, but it won't stop them getting the kill in the Legion anyway.
Yeah. Good relation from Toronto to Tokyo from there. It's a nice little play from him there.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I didn't figure out who this is.
Yeah, he's a pub player at least.
Tokyo.
I think he's a different mid player that they had before. I think they had some other guy, Mio or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely had Mio.
Yeah. I know this guy at least, this guy who they're playing with there, it's like a rank 50 EU player, so he's not a bad, he's like a good player as well, but apparently they just have a new mid player today.
Yeah, I actually didn't something I didn't glaze over is the fact that Cheshire Cat's not playing today either. They've got Malik standing in there.
That's also true, yeah. That's also, yeah, that guy has been playing with this team forever. Surprising. Yeah. They want to keep that siege group alive.
They're trying their best. But
gonna die, but it's a lot of the pressure still on the tower.
Yeah, you're a DP in a situation where your opponent's tower is almost 100% health and yours is about to die. Not something you see often.
We get some good damage to this tower right now.
I think this tower's
Probably
gone.
just gonna take it. Yeah, it's just gonna take it. Firemen putting up the pressure really well right now on the map.
And it's a bit worrying if you can't, right? Because you've just forfeited that mid-tier 1. You won't have to forfeit your life at least. But
Yep.
then there's the case of the AM that you're meant to make space for, who is not having a good time. And then the bot lane, your Beastmaster, who should be able to, be a force to be reckoned with, is not only dying, but making sure that they're going to lose the support as well to Ace as he gets a double kill.
All right. Double kill for Ace.
Just the
Working out
casual 4K net worth lead at the 7-minute mark.
well. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to think about saying good, positive things about Khan right now, but it's hard. I don't really see something that is going good for them right now, to be honest.
All
I
right,
guess
all
the
right.
Death Prophet game is going okay,
All right,
but
let's try deeper than that. Okay, how about the
yeah.
logo? Do you like that logo?
Let's have a closer look at it.
It's kind of
Looks
got
pretty bad.
a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vibe
Yeah,
about it,
it's like
right?
the who is that guy? That Nemesis on that series. Who's it called again?
I can't remember. He's gone. Shredder?
But
Shredder.
yeah, Shredder. Yeah, it does look like a bit like a Shredder with the
Speaking of
mask.
shredding, the DP. There you go.
Yeah,
See,
there we
it
go.
all comes around. We were busy focusing on it, and then Tokyo's like, I'm having a good game. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
Malik have a good game too.
That's true. It's making it work. Good rotation there. Can maybe pressure the tower a bit, but I would expect 5 men to defend that tower still. Maybe not.
I mean, the exorcism has ran out. Ace is coming back. They've got the Primal Roar now is the problem. He needs to be careful. Yeah, they're going to abort. They realize there's another TP coming in. They saw Malik as well, so he may have to just Primal Roar to run away. Be a little bit careful here. Ace? That Shack Shot doesn't land. They're just going to go in. They just gave him the kill.
Silence.
He actually can't get the Battle Trance out. He's just
Oh
dead.
my god.
A questionable play?
Yeah, that's
Sibe?
oh well. Is he gonna die as well? No.
No. Well, actually, maybe. These body blocks. Naive is like, Battle Mage, go! I don't need to hit creeps. I want to hit heroes.
I still Jesse's trying to get this top tower. But okay.
Meanwhile,
So
bot.
suddenly 5 men
Uh-oh.
doing pretty good still, but giving Khan definitely something to wish for. Like they're definitely giving them some free kills here on side of 5 men right now.
I mean, I know it's been a long day for us.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. These lads have probably been waiting. They've probably been playing their Dota. I guess that the worrying part is just like that shackle shot, I think, is what triggers that whole sequence of events, right? Like, as long as Misery just stands there holding shackle shot, I'm not sure Khan dives that at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's just they were like they felt so good because they had all this lead and these towers and the map control, so they don't want to give them any towers. But it's just like you go like this to defend this tower one by one. That's the classic thing that what can happen is that you go there one by one, enemy team brings like enough heroes, and then you kind of poke them around and you just kill them one by one, and suddenly you kind of give them unnecessary kills. Ace, like, the funny thing is Ace died 2 times in a row, but he's still highest net worth in the game. It just tells how big of a lead they have, even if they did those things. It's like it's fun to see that how destroyed they got on lanes on side of Khan. That even with those moves, they're still 4k behind.
I mean, my favorite part about that is that Jesse's just top the whole time, clubbing
Yeah.
that tower, and it's not until Ace comes up that they finally get that tier 1 in the top lane.
Yeah, and Jesse almost has Blink now, so once he gets that, he's gonna start setting up a lot of like space for the troll and just making moves.
Oh, Jesse. He can't TP. They've got a disruption and he knows it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an exorcism though. That's the thing.
Yeah. That is a bit. I mean, I think Jesse can be okay with that unless there's a good TP from the Death Prophet though. He realized that he can't use it on top lane, so he's just gonna TP bottom and try to use it here.
And it's got half duration left. They need to actually be quick with the move in here, and the glyph's just going to come out. There's a DD on the DP. Does see Firelight die? He was going to go for the life drain play, but the silence is going to come out. The kiss as well from J4. That TP will be cancelled. They admit that finally they're going to have to give this tier 1 over to Khan.
Yep. Good move from the Death Prophet there. Gets a kill. Like you could say that kill wasn't worth it for turn to Tokyo if he uses the ulti just to kill Tiny, but that TP makes up for it. So now that the ultimate usage was really good. So he gets a free kill on Tiny, and they also get a tower bottom with and kill on Pagna. So good TP ulti there from him.
Yeah, now as a result, maybe 5 men need to draw up a new battle plan. And they'll have it soon because Chessie, he's finally got the money. The Blink Dagger's on its way out.
Yep.
Tiny is ready to smash. Xibe, however, is getting smashed.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm pretty sure 5men has continued to do that thing you criticized a few moments ago. At least this time around, Ace finds a kill into Naive, which doesn't
Not
happen
sure how that
often.
happened. Yeah. There's some weird things happening in this game that I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about them. But the good thing for 5men is happening that this AM is completely trashed. He has a really, really bad game. That is the good thing. So you dying like this, it's not good. But AM is having even worse time than any of the other heroes who are dying.
Exactly, especially when you look at Ace, right? Usually this matchup is that the troll goes for more aggressive items because he can already farm well. And then you try and leverage a lead as the AM. But you are 3,000 gold behind this troll warlord, and he's mimicking your build.
Yep, and by the looks of it, I would say Knive is gonna have a battle through by 5 minutes from now. Maybe a bit faster, but it doesn't look like a good Battlefield timing at all still.
No, he wishes he was Ace right now, well, he has the money.
Yeah. But this is the one thing about the Troll AM matchup is that if the Troll is ahead of the AM, I feel like you can feel fine going like this. Obviously, ideally, you want to close out the game before AM gets to really critical stage. The good thing for them that for that to happen is gonna be a long way for that to happen. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure by that stage in the game, like even if Naive gets a good recovery, you're probably gonna have to worry about a right-clicking Tiny as well as a 6-slotted troll.
Most likely, yeah.
Speaking of that, Tiny, looks for a kill. Primal Roar comes out. Chessie's really tanky though. The Exorcism, they should have the damage though. The Stomp coming out from the Centaur will enable the kill onto Chessie, and they'll move forward looking for more. They're gonna try and hunt down Misery, who does not have the wind run, so he'll also fall. They can now push for this tier 1 tower.
Yeah. Good. Then well, Toronto to Tokyo is kind of keeping them alive in this game. 9-0, just using his ulti really well, getting the pressure on the map, and AM is getting the space. Xibe is a bit like he should try to. The problem with Xibe is that he wants to get blink, but at the same time he has this build that is kind of like you have max press the attack. It kind of means that you wanna be these moves, but at the same time. Press the attack also gets a little bit countered by the Shadow Demon, because if you purge the guy that you want to focus, the press the attack is just gonna get purged as well. So this LC is kind of like feeling a bit like useless right now for them. They kind of are not getting any value of the hero right now.
Yeah, and that shows the prioritization, right? When you go on these fights, you have to find Gilga. You can't be initiating on this strength support that has quite a bulky health pool to work with and has the means to slow you down with the cookie and with the scat.
Yeah. So Chessie's having a pretty good game, but it's just like doesn't really have like players to play around with him right now that much.
The kisses.
Ace
Battle Trance, charge in. The Ulti interrupt. Gilga is in deep as Chessie tosses him across, and the Shackle Shot did land. Ace trying to heal up. The Purge will kill him off. A 1-for-1 exchange. The Jewel is thrown out, but Malik uses the Primal Roar. He will go down, but now the hunt is on top of Pile I Die. Toronto, Tokyo versus the world, but the reinforcements coming in. It's going to be in favor of 5men, and as soon as the DP is dead, can't have nothing left in the chamber. Cookie. Maybe a kill on Xibe. They've got the Mana Void. They will be able to find him. Chessie being juked out a little. Avalanche forward on a J4 will be able to clean that one up.
Well, they killed the Death Prophet, so that's very big for them. Xibe gets some nice needed gold for him. But good thing also for Khan is that they stopped the Roshan from them. So they will have Death Prophet ulti for if they want to go for Rosh again. Side of 5men. Rosh is also pretty low. I'm not sure if they could take it themselves with the Death Prophet ulti. It's a bit risky, but something that they could think about.
Now, this is one of those subtle elements when you're talking about Snapfire versus the Troll Warlord, right? Is this tool that you rely on in this troll to survive any endeavor is the battle trance. And I can't think of many heroes that are able to force out your ultimate as easily from so far away that you can't even use it. Chessie. Oh, Cookie's off the mark. Duel on the side, though. They've found the anti-maze. They're trying to burn through his health pool quick enough, but it's not good enough. We'll be forced back. Tiny's extremely low. We'll get southed up. And the X-System's been committed. They scout that out as well with the power shot.
This can be a bit risky though. If he tanks the Roshan, he can just burst
Chessie jumps in, Avalanche toss, disruption safe, but Malik is already gone. As Roshan gets involved and it works, the assist of the 5 men, charging by Toronto Tokyo, trying to split up the fight. Ace has got the battle chance to play with, but they're just counting him out right now. They're trying to bait him in a choke point. Yep, Naive, he gets his hands on the Aegis. Battle chance going to be yours. Will interrupt that though, and Ace trying to do some damage out with the assistant of Chessie, he's able to do so, and all of a sudden, Toronto Tokyo's game falling a little bit apart. J4 going to be ran down as well. The roots do favor Ace. And Gilga, he knows he's next on the meal list. Disruption to try and buy some time. Chessie's going to chase forward, toss in, he says, go get him, Ace. And I'll find another one. On the side, however, they ain't done. Naive, Mana Void, can't get them. And I think he's going to lose that shiny Ace. Actually, he already did. That's going to be the second death. They get him.
All right. That's a lot of action again. But 5 men comes on top of that for sure. Aegis was kind of taken away from them. But still, I would say that's good for 5 men because the AM dies and he's still more far away from the Battle Fury. And at the same time, that Prophet also getting delayed on his farm, keeps getting killed 2 times in a row. He's kind of the only hero that has a good game for them, so every time he dies, feels really bad for Khan in that sense that their strongest hero is kind of not getting to get bigger right now.
No, you kind of look and you go, what's the game plan, right? Like, you can quickly say, oh, it's an anti-mage, just make space for the anti-mage. But, like, you look at Toronto Tokyo's build, right? He's going for this Sanjin Kaya. Not really an immediate impact type item. Then you look on the Beastmaster. Yeah, he's thinking Blink Dagger, but he's stopping off that Hood of Defiance first, so you're not really going to have anything to play around for the next few minutes.
Yeah. Well, they have a Gilger with some kind of decent farm, so you can definitely do some plays as well with that hero. But yeah, they're kind of playing for the AM right now. Even though the AM is having a really bad game, that's just how it's going to be. That you pick AM, you're going to make it an AM game, so... Just gonna make farm for the AM and hope for the best. Make space for him as much as you can. It is still a pretty good AM game if the game's going on, but there's still some catch for them to deal with that. And AM still needs a lot of items before he feels strong. At least like a lot of time.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, the way you describe this as the AM game and then being forced to play it, it's like they're trying to ram an AM through a troll-shaped hole because
yeah, I guess I guess it's really a good AM game. It's like a okay AM game, so you're still playing against a lot of catch and trolls. So there's gonna probably obviously that thing, and obviously when you're playing like that, you would like to have a good game, but the troll is almost doubling your net worth. It's not a good sign.
And he's just going to scale better. And when you get that late game, like, he's probably going for the stats resistance build as time goes on. Obviously, he'll stop off with the Abyssal first, but the only real tool you're going to have to keep him locked in is that Yules on the Death Prophet, which is not going to be a good feeling. Because you definitely don't want to throw a Primal Roar out to a troll. I mean, even if he doesn't get to the Satanic point, you still have to worry about Xibe with the Presti attack to save. I think this might just be 2 casual towers for 5 men. Like, they can take this one and then just rotate straight towards top.
Yep. Could potentially even if they want to, they could hit high ground a little bit. Just spamming this Pagna Blast and also having the Nether Ward is pretty good tool for them to pressure high ground if they want to.
Just watching Misery try to
work
the creeps in the middle of focus.
I saw that as well. It's pretty funny.
What's not going to be funny, at least for Khan, is what he almost has.
Yeah.
That's a +4 win range of rushing MKB. This is everyone's nightmare in their pub games right now.
Definitely can be an annoying thing to deal with. At least AM has a Battle Fury now, so he's going to accelerate a bit on his farm as the time keeps going. But it's still, with this type of farm, still needs at least a Manta before he really wants to join, and even without even with the Manta, he probably wants like a Basher or Abyssal before he really feels good about fighting. So still kind of a long time for him that he wants to fight.
Yeah, whereas Troll's just ready to rock whenever. He's
Yeah,
almost got
yeah.
the Basher complete. And, like, yeah, you can farm a lot more, but that's more than enough to kind of bring down Khan in a 5-on-5 engagement.
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see 5 men give some attention to this bot lane, right? Because I think you're at a stage where Roche is still 3 minutes out. What you kind of want to do is expose all of Khan's base so that when the next Roche is up, you can just kind of take it and move towards their base. As they move towards their heroes. Yep. Coming to that bot lane. On the way there, they'll find an easy kill into J4. And I don't know if you want to hang around if you're Malik. He's got the blink, so you can easily escape this.
Fine.
Khan's building's definitely going to be put on notice here. As they should commit down this lane. And your AM's still a good 5-6 minutes out of being ready.
Yep. AM is only wanted to join right now. It's like if they're fighting around towers and he can get some good mana void, that's like the only way that the AM wants to join in a fight. But that to happen, there has to be a fight for him to join. So they have to somehow force the heroes to be low mana, first of all.
Yeah, you just made him sound a little bit like a support anti-mage there.
But it is a bit like that right now, since you're playing from so far. I mean, he is catching up on the role. No, not now only 4K behind, but you know, it's coming. This is the thing that Fireman, the Fireman has a really good like the lead in this game, and they're like in the charge of the game, but they want to keep up this tempo, and they want to keep probably the Roshan is something that they're looking to get next. I don't think the high ground is realistic before Aegis.
Khan are going to try and strike first. Primal Roar, everything thrown onto chest here. They even use the Exorcism. They're going to hunt forward looking for more. Dive in the tower to Pyrelight die. I don't know if Pi is really a kill here, though. You'll keep pursuing it, but he does have the decrep, so he should be safe. You need to move away. The duel's going to come out with a blade mail as well. Deep under the tower. Toronto, Tokyo stands his ground, though. Troll arrives. Yules to interrupt that, though. Now he just needs to retreat away. Malik, he's willing to give his life there. Might have to. The bash comes out from the range form. Disruption. That doesn't save you, though. That does not help you at all.
A bit unfortunate decrepify there from Violet. Could have been a kill with the blade mail on the DP, but they do still get the Beastmaster at least. That Prophet survives, so can be okay with that. I think all this time AM was farming, so that's what they need to do. Doing that. Fireman is still feeling pretty good though. I would say. I don't think that move necessarily feels too bad because they use TP ulti to just kill a tiny. And they don't get any objectives out of it.
Also, they cause this issue in the next engagement, right? Like, when you're prepped and ready to fight, the thing that I'm now concerned about is Misery's completed that MKB, right? And the thing that Tokyo's been getting away with a lot is he's only primarily worried about the troll. But now, you have to pick your poison. Are you going to die by Wind Ranger or die by troll?
Yeah, gotta keep that definitely in mind. The good thing, at least, that or the bad thing about this build that the Wind Ranger has is obviously you can kill heroes pretty well, but you're still like acceptable for, let's say that you get like SD purged, you're just gonna die with this hero. There's not much you can do. Like you're just dead kind of.
Yeah, it's a more effective Dagon in a way, right? But at the end of the day, the counter argument is you still have a Dagon.
Yeah, and you're still at 4. Like if they force you, like they use too many spells on you, it should still be a good good situation for Khan or Fireman. I'm sorry.
It's a long day.
It's a long.
It's gonna get longer for J4. Chessie moves in, not able to kill him though. Glummer Cape will get him out and away, but they're zoning because Roche is up, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ace checks on it in just a second.
That should be their objective. They should probably look to get that next. Toronto Tokyo is just steeping in here. They want to go.
Nope, they're bringing back Malik as well. See Misery. Yule's coming out. And Silence will be timed perfectly. But the press the attack, trying to get in the wind run. They will be able to get on top of them, though. Dead for 50 seconds.
Decent kill for them.
Nope. Misery, no chance to play with his new toy. There's a small window of opportunity, though, when you're back up. There won't be a primal roar for 20.
Yeah.
Ace.
Abyssal on the troll.
He's a scary boy now. He doesn't need anyone to initiate for him. He creates his own initiation. And I guess...
Malik.
Go ahead.
Malik is a bit low on mana and doesn't have roar now, so Fireman could think about the Roshan right now, since the roar is on cooldown.
Yeah,
It's a
I
big
like
tool
this.
for them to have in the fight.
I was gonna say I like this from Khan though, like getting rid of that tier 1, because that was one of the big
Yeah.
things that was kind of the bane to their existence. That the 5 men still had all these easy points of access to the Roche area.
Yeah. But they're feeling the rush now on Fireman, and they definitely want to take this. This is the most important objective now. If they get this Aegis, they can just pressure high ground almost free. At the same time, it's something for Khan to think about that they don't want to give this for free, so they have spells to fight it. The roar is back ready in 10 seconds. Not sure if it's gonna be in time.
No, I'm not sure, because it's going to be a jump with a duel coming out onto the Shadow Demon. They'll bring him down. They force
they're
out the
ulting
Exorcism. The buyback as well. They are committing here, but Ace has already finished up the Roche. Naive didn't even check it. He moves across to the fight to bring down Xibe. You need more. The Shackle Shot is going to land. The Focus Fire is going to come out to Toronto, Tokyo as well. And Misery runs in with the assistance of Ace to try to bring him down. Disruption goes out. But now the Root is there and the Naive. The Bash follow up. Yules buys enough time to get him away. But Toronto, Tokyo needs to retreat. Chessie chases in with the Avalanche to the toss. That's enough to bring down the DP and end Khan's hopes of winning this fight.
Well, that's a good fight for Fireman. Buyback used on Shadow Demon as well. They could probably even just push top here if they want to.
Yeah, and the
They
scary
don't have
part
that
is
penalty, yeah.
these other fights, we were sitting there going, well, AM is split pushing at least. No, AM was running to that fight the whole time, so you can't even justify that play through that means. That was just an outright win for 5 men.
Yeah, Fireman just took that fight well. They catch that Shadow Demon and Ace finishes the Roshan on the meanwhile, so... this should be a free tower, if not the Rax as well.
Let's look left. Ace has no real reason to walk away, though. He is quite the bulky boy, and they have a creep wave coming in, so this should be the Rax as well.
Yep.
Naive. Get rid of that ward, at least, so he won't be found out. But now you have this awkward situation. You know, that's one lane down, but plenty of time to play with this Aegis still for the side of 5 men, and you can be assured they're probably going to look for more lanes in that window.
Yeah, they might want to go for through the bottom so they can get the tier 2 as well, and then they can get Megas as well if they want to do that way. Just going mid maybe doesn't feel the best, but let's see what they decide to do.
First
Tier
up,
3
then.
neutrals as well.
Misery has found a boy. Uh-oh. He power shot. Oh, no. He knows.
where he is. Yeah,
But he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to risk it, because the problem there is there's all these trees, and
yeah.
it's very easy to just press counterspell there.
Yeah, it's still... For Wind Ranger to kill AM is not that easy. Like, if he counterspells either one of your 2 spells, Focus Fire or the Shackles, you can just die yourself. Or you can either... You're not gonna get the kill either way, so... Okay, so they just want to go through the mid. They don't have tier 2 bottom. It's probably the right play. Because if let's say Khan takes a bad fight here, you can even get the throne here. You don't even need that last tier 2, so...
It's true. Ace is definitely ready to rock.
Yep.
Toronto, Tokyo. You can kind of feel like his game has really been curse stomped somewhat. Shackle Shot to just stop the creep army from sneaking in from the side. The Abyssal 4 says, hello, J4, saved by the disruption. But low enough that when he comes out, Glimmer Cape just about gets him out. Ace. Trying to burst him down a bit. I don't know. You don't have a purge now.
Yeah. And now you can just go to the bottom. You still have plenty of time in the Aegis. So you don't need to do anything. You have a Satanic now as well, Troll. I'm not sure what they do to this Troll at this point.
They plead with him not to kill them, I think is
Yeah.
usually... I've tried it. Sometimes it works. The all chat move. Most of the time, it doesn't. Quite often, I've been told if I give tips, they won't kill me. They lie. But Ace is an honorable player. If he agreed to that, I'm sure he would uphold it.
Yeah.
I like those
Well,
filthy goddamn liars in my games.
Well, they're gonna need 9 in this last fight because it's gonna be Megas otherwise.
Tokyo. I mean, this is ambitious, but it might backfire. The focus fire, Ace trying to heal up. Now the duel coming out, the disruption to buy some time through it, but the blade mail is waiting when he comes out, and the avalanche toss will end his life. He's down. The kisses trying to do damage. C-Base going to be brought down. Shackle shot control to Malik. He's already used that primal roar though, and on the back line, Naive going in, trying to dish out the damage. Will be able to bring down Pyrelite Dive, but has to retreat. And Ace, he's not dying. He refuses to leave without more heads. Chasing in, avalanche toss, forward onto Gilgal, will bring him down. Malik has to buy back after the power shot ends his life. And Ace, they just have to find a way to ignore this troll, but there's only so long you can ignore him when he's staring at your buildings. He'll back away for the moment, but 15 seconds and he's ready to pounce again with that Abyss on Satanic combo.
He has 30 seconds on the Aegis, so they want to do this move fast. They don't have Shadow Demon up, he's dead diebacked, and they don't have Death Prophet ulti, so Ace should feel really strong about making this move.
Confidence doesn't quite cover it, they'll move in.
Aegis is about to expire though, so they have to be a bit careful with not overextending here.
Concern
Now I'm
is
almost as a pistol.
There's a big concern coming though. That's what I was checking for. Misery, he got the money together from those fights. The Blink Dagger is coming out, so you might get caught off guard, overextending just a little bit here.
Yeah. And even just one kill. Most of them don't have buybacks here, so Death Prophet or Troll.
Jump in. There's the duel coming out straight away. The Prime Roar to try and save the day, but the DP is gone. That is your dieback situation. Buyback comes out from the Snapfire. Pyrelite Die goes down to Naive. But everyone else is just trying to dodge this Ace Troll Warlord, and with limited success.
Yeah. No Death Prophet. Abyssal on the AM.
Oh no, he says any bash you can do, I can do better. Naive, he's going to be brought down, and I believe we have concluded this one, as Khan have nothing left to fight with. They'll call GG. 5 men take game 1.
Yeah, that was a good show from Fireman. I think there was maybe one thing on the rush pit area that was a bit like, I wouldn't say it's questionable. I think it was just a nice play from Khan that they were able to take away from the first Aegis, but even that fight they still lost, even though they took the Aegis. So I think mostly positive things for Khan in this game was Toronto Tokyo. I think everyone else was kinda, no, I don't know if underperforming, but not just like showing up too much. I think Toronto to Tokyo had a lot of roles to fill in this game, and it wasn't enough. Just the thing is that you kind of lost like 2 lanes and mid lane going even as well. It's like pretty hard for that Death Prophet to do too much in this game. So
yeah,
that's what I can feel about the game.
I mean, like, I'm just looking at the damage dealt and received, right? He took 55,000, dealt 35,000, a lot more than his teammates. He was the tank, the attacker, the initiator. Kind of a few too many roles. It's kind of funny because him being on the stand-ins, usually we talk about the stand-ins maybe feeling a little bit like the odd ones out. Instead, it kind of looked like everyone else on the team of Khan was a stand-in for Toronto Tokyo's new team.
Yep. Well, it's game 1, so Khan can still bounce back, but that game was pretty dominant from Fireman. So I think in order for Khan to win this one, they'll have to just. I think the first thing is to look on the lanes a little bit. I think the lanes were kind of sloppy. I think they had you did pick AM like this, you want to be making sure that AM will not get this bullied on the lane, because it's pretty hard with this hero to come back without like a Magnus or something. So you don't really farm jungle that fast. So, but yeah, that's a good game from Fireman. I think overall they played really well. So nothing too weird. I think I was saying that their draft looked a little bit funky, but they made it work anyway. Their lanes just showed up. They showed up in the lanes and did some good work. So nicely done from them.
I mean, come on, man. You were a seed boy as well. You know, this is probably just the OG inspirations right there. Like, different way of drafting. I mean, one thing I will say, like, to round it out, is Khan, there were opportunities. I want to say 5 men, whether it's because they got too cocky from their start, we did see some odd plays from both sides. So it's not like 5 men played absolutely crisp, perfect, clean Dota. There is opportunities for Khan to exploit. We're just going to have to see if they can do that in game 2. But game 1, very convincing win for 5 men. We are going to hit a short break before we return for the second game of this best of 2, the final game tonight for EU.